Welcome! Today we're diving into the Border Patrol Academy packing list. This is a much requested video and I'm really happy to share this with you today. So we are going to get into some mistakes that trainees make when they are thinking about packing. We're going to talk about what the housing is like at the Border Patrol Academy, how I recommend that you pack, some of the different things that you will be issued that you don't need to bring, and then a list of some recommended versus optional items. So let's go ahead and get started. Trainees seem to have this attitude that they are moving, that they are changing residences from wherever their home was to the academy for 6 months. And this leads to thinking that they need to bring pictures and decor and knickknacks and mattress toppers and all of these big types of items and things that aren't necessarily needed at the Border Patrol Academy. So you have to kind of reframe what your mentality is about this. So you're basically going to a training environment, and that is what you are there to do. You are not there to have a big off-duty lifestyle with lots of extra things. You're there to execute, to train, not to move in and get comfortable. Next, the housing. So let's talk about this first so that you can understand where it is you're going to be going, and this can kind of help you make good decisions about what to bring. So the dorm rooms are motel style. They all open from the outside. There'll be corridors along the outside of the building, and you will have a key card that you will use to get in and out of your room. All of the rooms are set up to be shared rooms. There are some rooms that house single trainees if they are somehow lucky, but for the most part, everybody's going to have at least one roommate. They are talking about doubling those up so that there are four to a room. And I have personally seen academy rooms that are set up for four to a room. However, at this time that hasn't happened yet, but I would not be surprised that it is. So just assume that you're going to have at least one roommate. Many of the spaces in the dorms are shared spaces, including closets and bathrooms, maybe even desk areas, places where you're going to be studying. So really plan to have a kind of a minimal footprint in the things that you're going to be bringing because there's not really a lot of room to store them. There may be a little bit of space underneath the bed, and we're talking a very small, like open closet space, not a normal large standard size. And by the time you get your uniforms in there and then your boots and all your other pieces of gear, gun belt, things like that, great big backpack, all the things that you're going to be issued, there's not a whole lot of room for extra personal items. So the bathrooms are also going to be shared. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about the amount of toiletries and hygiene supplies that you're going to be bringing. There is also maid service, so there will be maids that will be coming into the room every day. They'll be making the beds, they'll be cleaning, so you don't want to have a bunch of stuff, lying around. So that brings us to the big rule, and that's pack light. Don't try to take everything in the kitchen sink. Understand that you will be able to get mail. You will be able to order things from Amazon or wherever it is that you might want to order things from. So you don't need to bring a whole ton of things with you at the beginning. You don't need to bring 6 months of um, deodorant, soap, shampoo, and conditioner. You don't have to bring all those things right when you get there. You can just bring a small amount and then buy more at the Walmart when you get there, or have more sent to you, order online. So keep in mind that you don't have to bring it all, that you can have it shipped to you. You're also going to be carrying everything when you arrive. So with your suitcases, your backpack, whatever it is that you're going to be bringing, you don't want to be the person that is trying to carry like 5 suitcases and a backpack, and you're not actually able to like control everything at once. You're going to be going from place to place as you are doing your registration and everything. So just kind of keep that in mind. You want to pack light and have a reasonable amount of suitcases, gear, luggage, those types of things when you arrive. So let's talk a little bit about what you're going to be issued, and that will help you understand what pieces of clothing you need to purchase for like under your uniforms. So they're going to be issuing you all of your uniforms. You will have rough duty blouses, you will have the cargo pants, you will be issued the boots. Later towards graduation, you will be getting your dress uniform and boots for those. You'll be having body armor, backpack, your hydration gear. They will also be issuing you like an iPad and all the academic supplies that you need. So if there's specific things, maybe you're like a flashcard person and you like to write those out, that they might not supply for you, you can get like those types of things at Walmart. So don't plan on bringing a whole bunch of supplies like that. So here are the things that you actually do need to bring. So you have to bring uniform items. You must have the white V-neck undershirts. They're going to go under your rough duty. They're also going to go under your dress uniforms. You will be wearing them constantly. It is really important that you get a good quality in the material that you prefer. You're going to have black boot socks. Those are obviously going to be worn when you wear your boots with your rough duty and then also with your black dress boots. The boot polish is for the black dress boots. You also need a small sewing kit. Some of the uniforms are not in the greatest of shape. They're actually giving worn uniforms to trainees in some cases because they're having a bit of a shortage right now. So plan on a small sewing kit with some thread that you can use to maybe reattach a button, that kind of thing. You don't need anything fancy there, something small. For PT gear, the most important thing is running shoes, and I talked about that in another video, which I will probably link somewhere in the description so you can find that. You also need compression shorts or the equivalent. Those are going to be worn under your PT uniform. So the PT uniform is another uniform that they will issue you, and then you will check it in and out every day. So it's not like you're going to have one PT uniform that's yours. You will be turning it in at the end of the day after hours at the PT uniform window, and then they will be giving you a new uniform, which is basically a t-shirt, shorts, and then socks if you want them. And you'll be putting those in your PT locker. I do think that many people enjoy bringing their own PT socks instead of wearing the ones that hundreds or maybe even thousands of trainees have worn over the years. Some of the elastic is not the best on those. So that's why this little asterisk is here. This is not required. It will not be on the Academy packing list, but it is something that is recommended that you bring. You'll also need business casual when you EOD, and then for the first day or two when you're there at the Academy before your uniform issue. Your uniform issue is not always on the same day. It really depends on, when you arrive and, how much time it's going to take them to get you in uniform. So it could be, within a day, it could be a couple of days, but go easy on this business casual because you're not probably going to be wearing it very much throughout the rest of the academy. You will need toiletries, things like hygiene supplies. If you're female, well, I guess males also like hair care, keeping your hair up and within regulations. You will need definitely shaving gear, all those types of things, but don't bring all that you need for the 6 months. That's too much. Talked about the essentials. I guess I have sewing kit on here twice. So any personal must-haves that you have. So if there's like a certain type of maybe acne medication or skincare lotion or like a fancy toothpaste maybe that you use that's not readily available, you can bring a small amount of those types of things and then plan to order more later on. Overpacking, we talked a little bit about this. Most people bring too many clothes. So if you think about it, you're pretty much going to be wearing your uniform all day long. You will either have your rough duty uniform on or you will have your PT uniform on. And then after hours, that's the only time you're really going to need your extra clothing. So plan on kind of minimal with that. Maybe like a few pairs of pants, some shirts, something to sleep in, depending on when you go to the academy. It does get cold there, so you may want, something to layer on when the weather is colder. Don't bring the bulk toiletries, don't bring the decorative items, don't bring the pictures, don't bring like a whole bunch of comfort items. If you have a couple of things that are, small, maybe bring those, but just plan on getting anything big that you want later on. Let's say you do want a mattress topper. That's common. The beds are in various stages of comfort there at the academy. Get that when you're there, or order it from Amazon so it comes in a box. Don't be trying to stuff a whole suitcase full of things like that. Also contraband, like you want to be really careful about things that could be questionable at FLETC. Big knives, candles, incense, hot plates, things like that. They don't want any of those kind of things there. Don't try to sneak them in. The maids will find those things. And if you get kicked off of FLETC, then you're going to lose your Border Patrol job because if you cannot train and finish your training there at FLETC, you can't be a Border Patrol agent. So a lot of people kind of grumble about the FLETC rules, but just keep in mind the Border Patrol is training on the FLETC campus, along with a lot of other academies and things that are going on. So just don't do anything to break any of the FLETC rules with your packing, things in your room that you shouldn't be having. Just keep that in mind. So PT gear, this is probably one of the most important things that you will bring because PT is so important. You'll be doing it almost every day. And you really want to get stuff that's good quality, that really fits you, that is comfortable. You also have to make sure that everything is within regulations as far as color, size. Like for the socks, they have to be like a certain height. The compression shorts, no logos, they have to be certain colors. You want to make sure that you get what you have to have, but then also like it's a material and size that fits you well. A lot of times people will get standard size shirts instead of getting maybe like a tall. Not everybody needs a tall, but if you get a tall, you have a little bit longer of a shirt tail to be able to keep that tucked in. So, making sure that you really pay attention to all those details will help you be a lot more comfortable. They'll help your uniform, stay tucked in and look nice when you are spending lots and lots of hours in off duty. So a lot of people ask, well, what can I have in my room? Can I bring a TV? Can I have a micro fridge? Can I have, my gaming system or whatever? You can bring personal items. You can bring laptops, you can bring gaming systems, you can bring, whatever the latest and greatest entertainment things are. But just keep in mind that you are there to study, that it is a training environment. And if you bring things that might be overly distracting to you, it can affect your grades, it can just game into the wee hours of the morning and lose time, then you may want to reconsider that and just game with friends or game with other people that may be there. There is a rec center and they do have assortment of different types of games and things that they do over there. So just think about how much of a distraction you want. There are computers there. You will be having a tablet that you can use to study. Pretty much everything you need is there and it's provided. All of the chow, uniforms, etc. This list is a list of some of the uh, basic things that you will need, but don't go overboard on all of the extras. You can also get there and kind of wait and see what you might need. So just to kind of recap, pay attention to your environment. Think about having a roommate. Think about the limited storage space that you're going to be having and just keep those things in mind. You are not moving in. Don't overpack. Don't be bringing a whole bunch of stuff. You can always get more things later if you need. I hope this was helpful. If you would like the specific details, like exactly what to pack, exactly how many pairs of socks, how many pairs of compression shorts, what the different options are for the white V-necks, and like the nitty-gritty specific things that I recommend, I do have a packing list. I will link it in the description or in the comment somewhere below. And I have included links, like Amazon links, so you can go and find exactly the varieties of items that are acceptable, whether you prefer cotton or maybe a moisture wicking, whatever. I've got you covered. I know for myself, it was really hard for me to find the type of material that I wanted that also met the requirements that was in my size. So I did the guesswork for you. Thanks. Bye-bye.